Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are checking out this LTD M10 electric guitar. So, like most of you, during Christmas, I tend to get lots of gift cards at Guitar Center for somewhere between $50 to $100, and that happened this year, and I decided to impulsively buy this guitar at Guitar Center. And it was hanging up used for $99. My gift card was like $50, so it ultimately cost about $60 for me to take it home. And yeah, I thought I would use this as a mod platform to put new pickups and do a bunch of fun things too, which is pretty cool. And then also I thought it was neat that it was just a pitch black guitar. So the LTD M10, I believe, is their entry-level cheap guitar. The cheapest I see it go for new is $129. Typically it goes for $179, and used, of course, you can find it anywhere from $80 to $120. It has a 25.5-inch scale on the fretboard. It's a rosewood fretboard, although it's pitch black, so I'm guessing they dyed it, which I'm totally fine with. It looks pretty awesome. Part of why I bought it, actually. It has a basswood body with 2 proprietary pickups, designed by ESP. Ooh, shit, son. Got some silver hardware. Has one of these weird bridges, which I think it's string through. I don't know what you call. I'm not sure what you call that, because I've never had one before, but it's fine. Reminds me of Gibson, but without the extra hardware that goes onto the body there. Yeah, it has a maple neck. I believe it's just a one-piece. It looks like it to me. Proprietary tuners, cheapo plasticky nut, and yeah, the finish is pretty cool. You see straight away, if I shine the light right there, there's a little oopsies, whoops daisy, get that out. Otherwise, though, it's a perfectly fine finish, honestly. I think when you buy a cheap guitar, you typically expect there to be like bad fret leveling, bad fret crowning, some fret sprout, bad setup. And maybe because this is used, maybe he had it set up before he gave it back to Guitar Center or something. But it actually plays really well. I was really impressed right away with how it played. The frets are really like perfect. There's no sharpness. There's no buzzing on the frets when I play. Down here, there's no muting when I bend notes at the very top. It's really well put together. So I was like, shit, that's great. I'll pick it up and I'll mod it out. What's also really cool is the back has the the big fat plate, but they have a little curve there that really allows access to the frets. So, and it's substantial. You notice it right away. I have some Strats that don't have that, and it sucks. And this does have that, so it's that little angle makes a big difference. So I'm going to modify it, because that's what you do with cheap guitars when you have a lot of good guitars, is you just buy them and modify them, and then typically you get bored and sell them. And I'm no exception. That being said, these pickups are really good. I was really surprised. I like cheap pickups. I'm a weirdo, but I've always liked cheap pickups. There's something really raw about them, and they're organic feeling, and there's just yeah, I don't know. I've always liked a good cheap pickup. If you haven't noticed from my channel, I have lots of other videos on cheap pickups, and stock pickups can be good too. And as long as there's no hum and there's no noise, and these are actually really very quiet. They're not the best for leads because there isn't much sustain to them, but they're really good for metal rhythms. So that's kind of nice. Of course, I will switch them out, like I said, because you have to. So overall, the LTD M10, this particular guitar is fantastic. It plays really well. It's very comfortable. The neck is really nice. However, it's a cheap guitar. So the reality is, when you buy a super cheap guitar, it's really important that you go into a store and you play one before you buy it. You don't grab it online. You want to go to a store and you want to play it at the store. because you have to assume that the labor cost put into a cheap guitar is not going to be very expensive. So if they're selling this for $120 out of the Vietnam factory, and they sell some for $6.99 at the Vietnam factory, you have to assume the one that's $6.99 probably took a lot more labor to get put out. As a beginner guitar player, you really don't want to have your first guitar just suck. It's crucial. So go into a store and play it and make sure the frets are nice and it feels really good and it gels with your hand and it was made well. I think for the price, obviously this is a great guitar, but I can't vouch for all of them. It's not possible. That being said, I do like a lot about this guitar. The pickups sound good. The little neck curve there is really nice. The neck is thin and modern feeling, and yeah, I'm a big fan. So if you're interested in this guitar, I say go for it. Thanks for watching, guys. Have an amazing day. Just have the best of life. Be your best you. You know, you gotta just do your best you. Be the best you. You gotta be the best you can be. Be your best you. You know, live your best life.